Hello there, chaps and chapettes, and welcome to How to Meals. For people who want to skip the intro, I'm going to leave a timestamp right here. You can go there and just start the video. First of all, I apologize for my hairdo. As you can see, it's grown wild and uncontrollable at this moment in time because the hairdressers in our country are closed, all of them. So I decided I'm going to let my hair grow out a bit. Anyway, for this episode, I thought I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to make a recipe from TikTok or something I saw on Instagram that originally was on TikTok, and it's this. I don't know if you can see it. It's basically fondant potatoes. I'm really curious how it's going to turn out because there are no measurements whatsoever in the recipe. So I'm just going to eyeball it and hope for the best. I hope that you enjoy this episode. So these are the ingredients that I saw in the video, and I'm going to use, of course, potatoes. So in the perfect circumstances, your potatoes are all the same size, but these ones were the only ones that I had left, so I have to make do with these. Again, roughly 4 cloves, I think, but look at this one. Look at him. I just found one giant clove of garlic. A good chunk of butter. I have roughly 10 to 20 grams. It doesn't really matter as long as it's a good chunk. Some thyme. I didn't have a fresh one, so I'm going to try it with some dried thyme. And finally, some stock. Here I have half a liter of chicken stock. I think this will be enough. Let's do this. First of all, let's peel our potatoes. You can also cut off the tops first and then peel the potatoes. It really does not matter. There you go, nice and peeled. Now on to the next step. Let's prepare the potatoes. Trim off the ends so the potato can stand on its own. You can either use these ends for something, but I don't really bother because they're so tiny. So because my big potatoes are quite huge, I'm going to trim off the ends and then just cut them in two. It just got me thinking, because the small ones roughly fit twice in these, I'm going to cut them in two again. There you go. So now let's take a pan and put it on a fire. Take some olive oil or whatever cooking oil that you like. Add it in there and let it get hot. So once the oil is nice and hot, put in your potatoes and sear them shut on both sides. So once the potatoes have a nice sear on both sides, what you want to do is lower the fire to quite low. Add the garlic, which I've crushed with a knife slightly. The butter, I'm just going to place it on the potatoes. Normally the fresh thyme, but I'm just going to season it with a little bit of dried thyme. And finally our chicken stock. And now just cover it with a lid. In our case, it will be aluminum foil. Let it simmer for roughly 30 to 40 minutes. So roughly 25 minutes later, I've tried one of the potatoes and they are done. I'm going to take them out because, as you can see, some of them are starting to crack. And I think I've added a little bit too much of the chicken stock. So if you want to make this, roughly add 150 milliliters and keep an eye on your potatoes. So here I have a little potato that was literally falling apart as I took it out of the pan. So I think I've put them in a bit too long, but for a TikTok recipe, I think it's a pretty good success. And now for a taste. Some potato just flew on the carpet. It's actually quite good. It tastes of the chicken stock, mainly of the chicken stock, but also a little bit of thyme and of course the butter and the garlic. I can see myself tweaking this recipe a little bit to my own preference. As a side dish, it's a new way of eating potato, which I'm all up for because I love potato. Potato blood runs in my veins. Let me know what you thought about this kind of episode, more experimenting with recipes instead of showing you how to make something. And if you enjoyed it, you can always leave a like or subscribe to our channel. We post a video every Wednesday for you to devour. And of course, before I forget, here is the comment of the week. Thank you and enjoy the eternal glory of being featured in the potato recipe episode. Thanks once again for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.